athletes and celebrities? With Hang, that dream becomes a reality. Picture this. You're watching the game, and at the same time, you're live on camera with your favorite athletes, celebrities, and influencers.
I watch faithfully. It's all the time.
Here's how it works. While you'll be tuning in to the actual game broadcast on your TV, Hang offers you an unparalleled interactive experience.
This Hang deal is like the coolest thing ever.
The relationship with the fan without the.
Hey, what's up, everybody, and welcome to our Hang virtual draft watch party brought to you by State Farm. My name is Lady Jade. I will be your host for tonight. Now, before we get started, I need you guys real quick to drop in the chat where you are hanging from today. Also, let us know what you're most excited about, who you're excited to see in today's draft. So go ahead and put that in the chat. Let me shout you out really fast. Let's get that chat moving. Okay, I see LA is in the building, you guys. Okay, Sarah, I see you in Los Angeles. I've gotten tickets to Fever versus Sparks on 5/24. Can't wait. Talk about a fan for real, for real. Let's see here. We also have Anna. We also have Kimberly in the building. I see you guys. We have Seattle's in the building. New York City's in the building. Okay. We're loving it. We are definitely loving it. Before we get started tonight, I want to remind everybody that tonight is all about you, the fans, all right? And all of these amazing ladies who are going to be elevating the game of basketball. You know that tonight's draft will be live from Brooklyn, New York. And this year's draft tickets sold out, y'all, in 15 minutes, which is absolutely insane. So I would have to say you have the second best seats for tonight's draft by far all across the world, all right? Got to give a huge thanks to State Farm, who's making tonight's event possible. For decades, State Farm has been a major player in women's sports. As a longstanding partner of the WNBA and the presenting partner of the WNBA draft, State Farm is proud to have a front row seat to history in the making. So let's take a quick moment to show them some love. I love that. Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there. Y'all remember that sound, because once the draft begins tonight, that sound will be our cue that a new draft pick has been announced. So we'll have to pause in the middle of the conversation for the pick, and then we'll get right back to where we left off, all right? And as you guys can see, I am channeling my inner Jake today, rocking my State Farm gear, you know, little swaggy a little bit. We're kicking off tonight's hang with some pregame conversations and questions from fans. And then once the draft begins, we'll discuss the top picks through about, I would say, 8:30 Eastern time. So make sure you get your questions in now during the pre-show, all right? Everyone can enter questions in the chat throughout the draft. We'll be monitoring the chat. And then somebody from the Hang team will send you a prompt to accept and join us on stage. And then you'll get to go live on camera and ask your question. Now, if you're joining us from YouTube, you still have time to join us live. Go to letshang.live to register, or if you're cool where you are, just sit back and enjoy the show, all right? Now, I already see we do have some talent already joining us here, which I'm really excited to talk to. Y'all, she's all the way in Europe. It's like 1 o'clock in the morning. She is the forward for the Phoenix Mercury, who was one of the best players in the nation during her time at Iowa State, earning multiple All-American selections. Guys, y'all go crazy. Y'all give it up. Ashley Joens is in the building. What's up, Ashley?
Hey, how's it going?
Let me just say this. This is some Hang dedication, the fact that you're joining us from the other side of the pond, okay? And how are you staying awake right now?
I said I got my Sprite right here, and I'm caffeinated and ready for the draft.
Well, we definitely appreciate you hanging with us for sure. And this is also a big deal, everybody. She's the head coach for Dowling Catholic High School girls basketball team. She was actually Caitlin Clark's coach in high school, which is insane. We're so glad to have her on with us today. I'll give it up for Coach Kristen Meyer, everybody. Woohoo!
Hello there.
Hey, Coach Meyer. I know you are excited about tonight.
Yep. Fingers crossed, Caitlin will make one of the picks, right?
Yeah, we're hoping. Yeah, I don't know how much we have to cross our fingers on that. So, all right, ladies, tonight these incredible athletes find out what teams they'll be playing for, which for most of them won't be much of a surprise. We have 12 teams in the league, and for the second year in a row, the Indiana Fever will actually get the first pick, and it's near certain that they'll be probably picking Caitlin Clark. Like Coach Meyer said, we're crossing our fingers on that, which means she'll be playing alongside last year's NCAA star player and first draft pick, Aaliyah Boston. Now, before we get predictions, can we talk about what this day means to the players? Now, Ashley, you've actually been in this position before. So let's talk about what they're feeling. Like, you can absolutely relate to where they are with their families. Are there jitters? Are they nervous? Is there excitement? Tell us about what this day looks like behind the scenes for the players.
Yeah, it's really exciting. I mean, you're there with your family. You get to spend the day figuring out what your future is going to be like, and you're just excited to know where you're going next and get started at the next level.
Yeah. So for you, who was with you when you were, at the draft? Do you get to like hand select if you're actually at the building? Is it only a certain amount of people you can bring with you?
Yeah, so you can only bring, you can bring more people, but you can only have 3 people sit at the table with you. So for my family, it was difficult to, because I have 4 sisters, and we always joked that they had to play a game of horse in order to see who got to sit at the table with me.
Oh, okay. So who got the? I know mom and dad.
Mom and dad, and then the youngest one got to sit at the table. But
okay. Now, did she actually win the game? Like, did she win the game? Or
we didn't actually play a game of horse, but we joked about it. So
I'm the baby of the family. The baby of the family normally gets, we get a little bit of favoritism, a little bit.
Yeah, she couldn't sit in the back by herself. So.
Oh, that's so sweet. I love that. Okay, well, Coach, I got to ask you. We've all seen the amazing season and the amazing college career that Caitlin had. What was it like for you as you watch her with these huge accomplishments, right? Like, you have to feel proud on the inside.
Oh, for sure. And to be honest, I would have been proud if she didn't accomplish everything that she has. But it's really been fun just to see the success that she's achieved, her team has achieved, and just a lot of the eyes that she's bringing to the women's game, which is really neat. And hopefully that'll continue on to the WNBA.
Absolutely. Well, I mean, I have to, let's just keep it real. I'm joking, but I'm really not. Is there a part of you that, you can take a little credit for her success? I mean, you were a part of building the foundation, wouldn't you say?
Well, I try to think it as it of I didn't screw her up completely. So I'm happy about that. And, if I end up coaching a couple other number 1 picks, then I'll start taking credit. But until then, I'm just happy to be along for the ride a little bit.
I love that. So when you did coach her in school, did you see that she would, are you surprised by her being this historic player? Because obviously she was really good then, but to see what she's accomplished now, it has amazed the world. But you having firsthand perspective, are you like, I'm really not surprised?
I'm not surprised that she's had a lot of success in college. She's always been a very talented player, but I can't say that I would have predicted this level of success and fame just because we haven't really seen it before. Yeah. But her work ethic and her passion for the game, I think she's earned the right to have this much success.
Gotcha. So what was she like in school? We have to ask, like, what kind of student was she? Is she like the class clown? Is she quiet? Is she the jokester?
She's definitely not quiet. I know Ashley knows that as well. She's played with her some in AAU. Definitely class clown, telling jokes, just lively. She's always got the passion she has for basketball. She's got that passion for life. So she was always entertaining people and just having a good time, but also a very good student.
Awesome. So Ashley, I have to ask you again, you're all the way over in Europe hanging with us, which again, I'm going to keep bringing that up because that is a big deal. Okay. Have you been to sleep yet, or did you have to set your alarm?
I have not been to sleep yet. I slept in this morning. I was like, I'm going to sleep in and then stay up late. And we don't have practice till tomorrow afternoon. So I get to sleep in tonight.
Okay, good. At least we're not jacking you up for tomorrow. We definitely don't want to mess you up there. But let's talk about the competition in Europe and how it compares to the U.S. League.
Oh, yeah, it's definitely different. Just the ideas and philosophy of the game and how they play is a little different. I think the WNBA especially is, the speed of the game, the physicality, it's much different. And I mean, it's something you have to adjust to and learn as you continue playing.
You know, we're starting to see foreign players. I mean, they're really starting to dominate in the NBA, you know? So do you think that possibly in the women's league, you know, it'll start to be the same? I mean, soon?
Yeah, I mean, you can kind of see it a little bit more now. Like the physicality is kind of coming over a little more, and the speed is picking up a little bit. But I think that's something over time that it will almost like mesh together.
Nice. Well, we do have a couple of other, let me just warn everybody, tonight is going to be calculated chaos. All right. We have so many people that are going to be popping in with us. So I'm going to bring in a couple of people right now to join us on stage. This is the former guard of New York and Dallas. She actually won a championship back in 2014. You guys, Tiffany Bias Patman is on with us today. So we're going to welcome her on stage. What's up, Tiff? Uh-oh, you're muted.
Oh, can you hear me now?
Yes.
Okay, perfect. Thank you for having me. I'm so excited. Good to see you.
Absolutely. So I was asking Ashley earlier, you know, you have been in the player's shoes before.
Yes.
So do you remember when you were, you know, gearing up for the draft, what that was like? Tell us all the feels. We like to kind of understand the mind of the player.
Yeah, so mine was a little different. I didn't get invited to our draft, but I remember exactly where I was. I was at academic banquet, and, you know, I'm just like watching on the ticker because I'm like, oh my gosh, you know, you kind of get that projection of where you may go, where you might be. And so it's one of those feelings of, it's like kind of surreal, like Ashley was saying. It's like you're kind of getting ready for your future and what's the next steps and what's going to happen next after which place you find out where you go. So definitely I can recall that feeling of just being so overwhelmed of like just joy of like everything you worked so hard for to finally come to fruition. So
yeah. Oh my gosh. So excited. Okay. So let's talk about the growth in the women's games, ladies. You have stars like Caitlin, Juju Watkins, Angel Reese, and so many more that are doing something incredible. It's definitely reflecting in, as we are seeing, historic viewership and attendance numbers in women's college basketball. So the women's title game had a record 18.7 million viewers, which was the most watched game since 2019, the most watched basketball game overall. And to put it into perspective, this game actually drew more watchers than all 4 college football games in 2023. More than every World Series game since Game 7 of the 2019 World Series. There were more viewers than every NBA Finals game since Game 5 of the 2017 NBA Finals. More than every Daytona 500 since 2006. More than every Masters final round viewership since 2001. And let me go back because I read that one wrong. All but 4 college football games in 2023, there was more viewership, all right? So that's putting it into perspective. Ladies, what does this mean for the game? I mean, this is changing the trajectory of the way we see women's basketball. Like, those numbers are staggering.
I mean, you just think about it and it's just like mind blowing. You're just like, wait, what? Because you can just think like a few years ago, they would say like, no one watches women's basketball, no one watches women's sports. And now it's like, everyone watches women's sports, everyone watches women's basketball. So just to hear those numbers and to truly like see just the young generation of just truly making that the marketing and everything come to fruition, it is amazing. Like I am just floored for everything to come for women's sports or women's basketball. And it's just an amazing feeling for a woman's time right now. So it's like everything you see, all the numbers and the stats back it up now. Now no one has anything to say. So I'm all about it.
Yeah. What are you thinking, Ashley?
Yeah, I was thinking like the same thing. I mean, you look at a few years ago and it wasn't even what it is now. And I think it's just a credit to past players and the players that are playing now. I mean, the past players laid the foundation and they've kind of inspired these players that are playing now to continue to grow the game. And I think that's only helping the next generation to continue to grow the game, and we'll just see it continue to flourish.
Now, Coach Meyer, it's funny, both of them have brought up, you know, the younger generation. You actually work with the younger generation every single day. So have you noticed a change in the way that they're approaching their game and the excitement that's building and basically them believing that there's more possibilities for them?
Definitely. And, at Dowling Catholic, we're probably a little bit ahead of the curve as far as the Caitlin Clark effect. So our numbers have been pretty big for the last few years. I know there's been some declining numbers at the youth level, high school level for girls basketball, but we're seeing a little bit bigger boom. And I just last weekend was at a youth basketball tournament, and the number of teams of little girls playing is just incredible because there's so many little girls, little boys watching lots of different college teams and hopefully NBA or WNBA teams and players. So it's really fun to see just the boom in people watching and also the younger players playing.
So how can the college games continue to draw numbers like this, especially when you're having Caitlin that's going into the league, and some of our star players right now are going to be transferring into the pros? How can we continue to see these type of numbers?
Well, personally, I think the people who started watching college women's basketball this winter, they didn't just watch Caitlin. I talked to a number of people who maybe they started watching Caitlin, especially if they're in Iowa, but then they were tuning in to South Carolina, to Stanford. I mean, all of these teams. And the more they watched, the more they loved it. So I think, and I hope that a lot of these fans will tune into WNBA games, but continue watching all of the college women's games as well.
No, for sure. I'm glad you brought up South Carolina because they had a perfect season. I mean, 38-0, super exciting to watch. Coached by the great Dawn Staley, who, by the way, is the first Black Division I basketball coach in the men and women's division to go undefeated. I want to dive into that a little bit more in a moment, but let's talk about the fact that some people did feel like South Carolina's perfect season was a little bit overshadowed, right, by Caitlin Clark's success. Do you all agree? And then we'll get into our Dawn Staley talk because we have to talk about Coach because she is out here. I mean, she's doing her thing. Like, we are so excited for her for sure. So, Tiffany, I'll let you take this one first. Uh-oh, you're muted. You're muted.
Hear me? Okay. So I said a little controversy a little bit. Yeah, I'll start on that one. I think it was overshadowed a little bit. I think that to go undefeated in a season is like extremely hard. I think any athlete, anyone knows that. Like, that is one of the toughest things, especially it's a long grind of a season. But I think people just saw kind of like that media train and they were riding it. And I understand both sides. But I think that I think we could have done a better job of telling the stories of each team because I feel like they did get a little overshadowed a little bit just with the season they were having. It was having an amazing season. But I think the media kind of got a hold of, the wind of the Caitlin. And I mean, she was great. She's fun to watch. But I will say it did get a little overshadowed. A lot of the teams and a lot of other great players got overshadowed this season. But I mean, it was a great overall for women's sports. But I will say, I'll stand my ground on that. Got a little overshadowed.
No shade, no shade.
I know, no shade at all.
Yeah, just a free space. Ashley, what do you think?
Yeah, I think kind of the same thing. I mean, the media focused a lot on Caitlin, and I mean, she's a great player, and she did amazing for the sport of women's basketball and brought a lot of fans to it. But I mean, like Tiffany said, when you go 38-0, that's a long season, and I mean, there's tough games, and you just have to look at both sides of it. And I think what they did was a great accomplishment, and a lot of players. Like Caitlin, I mean, what she did was a great accomplishment as well. I mean, not many players do that, and over a course of however many years, for someone to come in and break those records is also an accomplishment in itself that is pretty impressive.
Absolutely. Well, I want to make sure everybody knows we do have more talent that's going to be joining us throughout our watch party. We do have a couple of the players from South Carolina that will be on with us. So you can actually check out our talent roster by clicking the icon next to the chat to see everyone that'll be joining us tonight. So we're going to be bringing some of those ladies on stage here in just a moment. But we do have a fan question. Again, make sure you get your questions in now because once the draft starts, it's going to be moving really, really fast, and we'll try to get you in as much as possible. So we're going to bring Sarah on the stage. Hi, Sarah.
Hi, all. Thanks for being here.
Thanks for hanging with us. We appreciate it. Do you have a question?
I do. Well, first of all, I just love all of the fits on these women. I think they're just looking so great. I'm watching on my my iPad. But Ashley, Tiffany, and Kristen, please weigh in. Coach Staley was just talking about the transition between the college game and the W, and would love to hear from you. Like, what do you think these women are what do you think they have to do to transition? What do you think might be the hardest thing as a part of that transition? And just any advice that you would offer them as all the rookies as they make that transition to the league. I'd be curious.
Ash, you want me to take it first? You want to go?
I can go first. So you went first. I think especially for me, like last year, just the biggest thing was understanding that you're coming into a team where they already have their set roster and they kind of know their roles on the team. And I mean, you're the star in college, but you come into a team and you have to learn and adapt to the different styles of play of different teams. And I kind of jumped around a lot last year. And I think the biggest thing I learned through all of that was really just understanding where you fit in, understanding your role, and knowing that you just have to play hard and try and fit in however you can with whichever team you end up on.
Yeah, and I'll piggyback off Ashley. Like that's the exact same. Like once you come into the WNBA, there's about maybe 2 to 3 spots that's actually open, and a lot of people don't know that. And so I think that transition, a lot of them can't. Well, a lot of them will, and a lot of them can transition. It's just a different basketball IQ. You have to pick up things super fast. Like she said, like you're coming into a different role where everyone is the star in college. Now you're kind of like maybe you're playing a supportive role and not much of a scoring role. So it's really about how you adapt and how coachable you are, especially at that next level as professional. And so really it's all about your time management and how you can come into the gym and truly adapt to every situation you're in, because every team is different. Every team needs something different as they draft. And so for the rookies coming in, it's really truly just staying true to yourself. You're getting drafted for a reason and drafting for a reason, so don't try to play too much out of your box. So it's definitely hard as you're a rookie coming in, because you just want to be like, you're like kind of wide eyed. You're like, okay, what's next? But just knowing to stay true to yourself is the biggest tip I can give them.
Thank you so much, Sarah. We appreciate you. Thanks for hanging with us. All right. Again, make sure you're getting your fan questions in. We'll bring you on stage just like we did Sarah, so you can ask questions. At this time, I see somebody hanging out backstage that I got to bring her on. She's the former president of the league from 2005 to 2010. You guys, please welcome Donna Orender. She's like, hey. Uh-oh, we're going to unmute
back because it's 8 minutes. 8 minutes.
Yes.
Getting out the draft, you know?
Yes.
And I remember, I mean, this is my favorite day of the year. That I have many favorite years at the WNBA. It is a day of promise. It's a day of passion. It's a day of hope. It's a day of dreams fulfilled. And I can feel it so intently every single year. The year I was there to call out players' names, but even now, right? I, like everybody else, cannot wait to hear Caitlin Clark and every single young woman's name called, because it's been a lifetime in the making, not only for that young woman, but for their families, their coaches, their schools. And all the girls to come, right? It's great.
Yes, that's a really great way to put it. And thank you so much for that perspective. We want to hear what it was like for you. You said even the years that you were calling the name. So let's talk about it. Let's talk about the energy in the room. Let's talk about the preparation that goes on for the day, because this really is an immaculate celebration. I'm right now seeing all the ladies on the orange carpet with their outfits, looking absolutely stunning. It is an entire thing. So let's talk about that.
Yeah, and I love that it's an entire thing, because it wasn't always an entire thing. When I first got there, the draft was held in Secaucus, which was the WNBA studios. And it was okay. It was nice. It felt special. But then we really worked hard to expand it, right? Really to open it up, to move it to ESPN. And every single one of these steps was a negotiation and a challenge to how big all of us believed we should be. Not what we could be, because we know what we could be. But we had to take each step along the way. And so the fact now that it's in Brooklyn at this beautiful place, and there's the red carpet, and, as it should be. It should be.
I love it. So let me ask you, what do you think the biggest changes have been since you were president, as far as in the league?
Well, I'm going to say that the excitement around the play, obviously the exponential growth is fabulous. But I will tell you that there has been fantastic talent. I never worried about the talent. I mean, think about Diana Taurasi, think about Sue Bird, think about Lisa Leslie, think about Cheryl Swoops. I got a note today about Cynthia Cooper, right? Think about Maya Moore. Think about every single, Candace Parker was one of my #1 draft choices. I mean, every single year, there were fantastic players. And on the court, the women were committed to excellence and they gave their all the time. I think now that there is a brighter spotlight, there is a really a generational talent in Caitlin Clark. I mean, I worked for the PGA Tour when Tiger Woods came along, and there is a parallel, right? I mean, because before Tiger Woods, there was Greg Norman, and there was Fred Couples, there was Jack Nicklaus, there was Arnold Palmer. Like there's always been great athletes. But there comes a time when there's a confluence of things that happens that just raises the focus and the energy level, and there's a cultural shift. And right now we're feeling that cultural shift. And I have to say, because I was just recently on a stage at an event that we run called Generation W, which is all about elevating, educating, inspiring, connecting women and girls. And I said, you know what? There's a hole in my heart that's starting to heal for the first time. It really is. And I am not alone. There's so many of us. And I'd love to draw the attention for those of you who have not seen Caitlin Clark on Saturday Night Live. She was fantastic taking Michael Shea down in a just beautiful way. But what she also did was she drew attention to the women that she knew of that came before her. And I thought that was beautiful because I think as women athletes in most sports, we do not do that enough. We do not do that enough. So Ashley, I want someday when your career's over, and I do not want that to happen anytime soon, there are women coming after you calling your name out. And Tiffany, they're calling your name out. And Kristen, they're appreciating your coaching because all of us are part of this larger ecosystem that helps lift us all up. And celebrating that and celebrating our history as well is important. It's important to know where we came from and who did what. What did Lynette Woodard do? What did Lucy Harris do? What did Kathy Rush do? Or my coach, who was one of the most unbelievable coaches at a time when women were not recognized, right? That would be Lucille Cavallis at Queens College, where we played the first women's game ever at Madison Square Garden in history. Right? These are really moments in time. And this is yet another moment in time that all of these moments have led up to. And it is incredible. And I think about Billie Jean. I have to just say, I do think about Billie Jean because, you know, she has been definitely the forerunner. She's been our godmother, right? She's been our guardian angel at the same time as she's been out there like kicking everybody's butt to make sure they do the right things.
Yeah, we love that. I love that. Thank you so much for sharing that. I mean, and you're right. The game is elevating. Women keep stepping up. We are paying homage to those women that came in the past. But let me ask you, what are some changes you still like to see be made?
Great question. And there are always changes. I know I work in a lot of businesses, public companies, private companies. There's always an improvement, my own not-for-profit. Number one, there is so much talent, not only here in America, but globally. And there should be more seats on our stage for that talent. So I would love to see expansion, both in the number of teams and also the number of athletes, which is somewhat controversial because I was there actually when we had to cut the athletes down per team in order to ensure that we would make it to season 28, right? We had to make sure that we had economic security at each of our markets. And that involved, right? I think at that point in time, we went from 13 or 12 to 11 players. We cut our coaching staffs, all of that to make sure that we are here today. And we are here today. I couldn't be more proud. So I would love to see that. I mean, when I came on, we changed the 30-second clock to 24. Proud of that. And it was the right thing to do. And yet there were coaches who had doubts. Could you believe that? Well, I don't know if the women are ready for it. I'm like, are you serious? And we did it. And obviously they rolled right into it. So this idea of really creating more opportunities for more great players who are coming to the game and bringing their athletic skills, I think is really important. And I think the economics are there. I know that the WNBA, right, as a good business, wants to make sure that they are mindful and taking the right steps and securing their future. But I think we got to accelerate.
I think you are spot on. And I'm going to summarize everything that you said and quote the great Queen Bee in Who Runs the World? Girls, obviously, right?
True, but we actually do need the men to invest as well. We do. We're not going to, I mean, we need all of us to invest.
We definitely do. We definitely do. I'm just teasing. Okay, see, we're about 14 seconds, it looks like, before the first name is called. So I want to make sure that we understand State Farm is proud to cover greatness with over 19,000 agents. State Farm provides support every step of the way. And in just a few moments, if we have time, we're going to be giving away a swag pack giveaway.
Ooh, how cool.
Yes, we love swag here. You have swag too, Miss Donna. So do you, Coach Meyer and Ashley and Tiffany. Everybody on here, I can tell, has a lot of swag. So as a matter of fact, let's go ahead and give that away while we're waiting on them to call the first name. Make sure you check the bottom left of your screen. In about a minute, we're going to do a random giveaway for that swag pack and our friends at State Farm. So keep your eyes on the bottom left of your screen, okay? Make sure you enter the contest when you see the giveaway start. You're going to see a countdown clock. So while we're waiting for our winner to be selected, let's give you a bit more information about what you can win. And you can also check out the graphic on the top right of your screen above the chat. We're going to be giving away a ceramic campfire mug, a shopper tote bag, and
This is great.
ounce tumbler that will keep beverages hot for 8 hours and cold for up to 24 hours. Y'all know what I love? This is like side note. I love to put ice water in my car and come back in the next day and my tumbler still has ice. It's like, oh my So that's what's going to happen for you, okay? Thank you again to State Farm for making tonight happen and for providing us with some incredible swag for our giveaway. So while we're waiting on our winner to be announced here in just a second, let's talk about swag. Ladies, especially my players, and I would like to also know this from Coach Meyer and you, Miss Donna, as well. Let's talk about how important game day swag is from what you're wearing. Because they say when you look good, you feel good. When you feel good, you know, everything just excels. So how important is that on the court swag? How important is it for you to show up and feel good when you go to a game? Because again, I'm seeing all the draft orange carpet looks, and these ladies are feeling good tonight. So let's talk about the swag.
I'm going to defer. I want to hear what you guys have to say.
All right, Ashley, I'll kick it to you first. Do you have your own swag? You know, it's the shoe game. We talk about the shoe game. Do you wear your, you know, everybody has a uniform, but do you have a unique way that you wear yours?
I'd say just making sure I'm comfortable, ready to play, and walking into the game, definitely making sure I'm wearing some nice shoes. That is usually my go-to. My parents always joke around that I have too many shoes, so.
Okay. Look, I'm with you. I have too many shoes too. So let's see. We haven't missed it yet. Okay, Tiffany, what about you? Really fast.
Oh,
Tell
yeah.
us swag.
I was always the uncomfortable one. The higher the heel, okay? But I had sneakers after the game that went with my outfit. But I always showed up with some type of like flashy heels on. That was always.
Wow, look at this, by the way. Sorry.
Oh no! What's happening? Tell us.
No, first of all, like every year I wanted to have an audience, right?
Yeah.
They finally have an audience. They have a theater where there are fans. And I think that is so special because it was always so small. You know, we can get their coaches, we can get some of their family in. So it was small scale. Now we have fans there.
Definitely.
Fantastic. You hear them cheering. I don't know if you just saw, they're all dressed up. Listen, this is grown-up draft now. I like it. I like it a lot.
This is grown-up draft. And did you hear that it sold out in 15 minutes? The tickets to the draft sold out in 15 minutes this year.
And what does that tell us, right? What does that tell us?
Yeah.
And I have to just say this. Actually, I think I heard you speaking about it, maybe Tiffany or Kristen, and you're giving facts, Jade. We talked about like, oh, these numbers are huge, and they are. But I'm just going to tell you, there are WNBA outrated on television, MLS soccer and the NHL between 2005 and 2010, right? Two Major League men's sports. It didn't matter. It didn't matter. Somehow it matters now. I'm asking myself why. And then I'm thinking it doesn't matter. Let's just build on it, right? It does matter, but why? Right? We got to make the most of this.
You're absolutely right. So I have my television muted. Have they announced the first pick yet?
No, they have not. No. They're still chatting.
Okay.
We have not seen Kathy. I love that Leslie Ann says I didn't realize that Caitlin's wearing Prada tonight.
Ooh, okay.
All out, okay.
Okay, I love that. So I want to read a quote really fast. Diana Taurasi told ESPN's Scott Van Pelt, she was talking about Caitlin Clark's success in college, and she says, and I quote, reality is coming. You look superhuman playing against some 18-year-olds, but you're going to come with and play with some grown women that have been playing professional basketball for a long time. Ashley, you touched on this slightly a little bit, probably not so direct, but is she right? What is waiting for Caitlin when she makes it to the next level? Every woman that actually gets picked tonight.
Tell the truth, Ashley. A lot of sharp elbows.
Well, definitely, training camp gets a little intense, but I think just everyone has that little transition period where they just have to adjust to you're the star of the team, and now you have to learn what your role is while still being yourself at the same time. And I think every player goes through that, and some players adjust quicker than others, and it's just all about finding the right spot for you and your role.
That makes complete sense. All right, real quick, I see a couple of ladies. Of course, they are orange carpet ready. They are live from the draft. Power forward for LA, two-time All-Star, number one draft pick for 2014. This is the first and youngest commentators to ever be named basketball analyst while also playing. Chiney Ogwumike is in the building, you guys. Of course.
Oh, here we are. Here we are, Jay.
Okay, we're waiting on our sounder. And then we have our big sister, a forward for Seattle and league superstar, a previous MVP, number one overall pick for the draft in 2012, president of Players Association, Nneka Ogwumike is in the building. Hey, ladies.
Hello.
Hey. Y'all look beautiful live from the draft. How does it feel there? Miss Donna was just telling us she's so excited that there's finally an audience. So what is it like?
I mean, there's a lot of energy here. There's a lot of fans. There's a lot of activation. I mean, people are just excited to watch these phenoms step into their dreams. And it's beautiful to see.
Yeah, and this is like a confident draft class. Look no further than their outfits. They showed up and they showed out. And that's one thing I love about them. They are themselves unapologetically, but they also have the game to back it up. It just feels like I was talking about on air. These were, last year was the year of the super teams, and I think it's carrying it over, but this feels like the year of the super rookies. These rookies are supercharged, and they're also like a unit. They're really here to learn about the game and uplift it and do it their own way with their own swag. So it's been fun.
Hey, let me just jump in here and say, but you two are trendsetters. You are so much a part of tonight's story. You're both amazing. You're beautiful. You're well-spoken. You play your butts off. You're intelligent on the court. You're intelligent off the court. Look at you. Right? Honestly, you are role models. Like, you inspire these women. You inspire all of us. I am so grateful to you.
Thank you. I'm like, am I getting drafted?
Oh my gosh. We appreciate you as well and all you've done for the game. That means the most coming from you. So thank you.
Absolutely. Absolutely. So I'm so glad. I'm so jealous that you're there tonight, though.
But we're spending the first few moments of the draft with you all because we know how important it is to just continue to uplift women and for us to just always represent each other as best as we can.
Absolutely.
No, Nneka and Chiney, we're so glad that you guys are live from the draft. Like, that's huge that you stopped your day down to come hang with us while you're there, in the middle of everything that's going on. So we were just addressing what Diana Taurasi was saying on ESPN about Caitlin Clark. And also, this is pertaining to all the women that are getting drafted tonight. She said, look, reality is coming. When you make it into the league, you're playing with the big girls now. So let's talk about what that adjustment looks like going from playing college ball to the pros.
Well, I mean, like, realistically, I think everybody has an adjustment period. I think that it's important to understand, like, I think all rookies understand, even before they get drafted, that this is their dream. They're stepping into something that is going to be a challenge, but they're also stepping into their value. I told them yesterday, you guys are all here for a reason. And that's something that you have to remember, especially on this night, because there's just so much pressure coming into it. But I want them to understand that they're coming into a competitive league, but also a sisterhood. And that's what I felt when I joined LA. I had some amazing vets in Lindsey Harding, Ebony Hoffman, Candace Parker, Delisha Milton-Jones. I had so many amazing vets that taught me how to be a professional, that taught me how to be a woman who is in business, and just taught me how to be an amazing athlete. And I think that's something that a lot of these athletes already have, especially with the landscape of NCAA these days.
Yeah, and also, like, as it pertains to Diana Taurasi, Everyone knows that Diana comes for all rookies, not just one all rookies. That's just like a vet
Not even
move.
rookie. She still comes for us.
I know she still counts for everybody in the transfer fact. And to me, like I love this draft class because they know what it is. You know, DT is the all-time leading scorer in the WNBA, and that's what makes her great. That competitive fire. And I think these young players still want to learn from her, and I think appreciate her being able to have a voice in the game, even if it means like, okay, I know I'm a rookie and we have to go through some things. There's gonna be a learning curve, but I'm saying this class is different. They've been built for these big moments, and I think that they rally together, and it's gonna be really fun to watch them transition to the W.
You know what? Can I ask a question, Jade? Am I allowed to?
Absolutely.
So I'm just wondering, and I'm keep looking back, and I just don't want to miss this. Like that's how into it I am. And there's Lynn, by the way. Lynn, one of the great Lynn Dunn. She's an absolute icon in our industry. But I'm just, oh, here it comes.
Oh, the pick? Yeah, listen.
Okay, we gotta listen, right? History,
Yeah.
right here.
Wanna walk inside? Yeah, do you want to? Okay, we're gonna go inside real quick.
Go, girls.
Let's see.
There it is.
Let's get our State Farm sounder. Oh, when you hear that sounder, you know a pick has been made. And she has selected everybody.
Oh,
First in the draft, Caitlin Clark is going
no.
to Indiana, everybody. That's right. Split guard from Iowa.
Yes, she is.
Oh my gosh. Listen. Oh my
Let's see.
goodness.
Oh, I love it. I just love it.
Yes. All-time men and women NCAA scoring leaders, single season NCAA record for three-pointers when Naismith was AP Player of the Year for the last 2 years.
Congrats, Caitlin.
Fantastic. And I love that she's wearing a Fever uniform, I have to say. I really do. Because as you know, the incredible talent that we've had there over the years.
There we go. All right, so let's talk about it. Obviously, none of us are really surprised, right? But how exciting is that?
Oh, I mean, this is history.
Yeah, it is history.
This is history. I'm so excited to play against her. Like, she's going to make me a better player.
Yeah, and I think also, I mean, just the
Oh,
fact
come on,
that...
come on. But you know you're going to make her a better player too, right?
I mean, it works both ways.
Yeah, it definitely works both ways, for sure.
But I think the fact that she's ready for this next challenge, she's not shying away from it. And also just like choosing the W matters. I think in the landscape of NIL and what a lot of people feel like, oh, you could have done it, could have, would have, should have. She knows I always say high school is where you make top players. Women's college basketball is where you get stars. WNBA is where legends are made. She knows she wants to certify her legacy as a legend, and I think it starts with the WNBA.
You need to be on the marketing team.
I'm good.
That is true. That was great, the way you broke that down. By the way, we have Coach Meyer on, who was Caitlin Clark's high school coach. She's on with us.
Oh, wow, great. So it's all
Lovely
you.
to
It's all
meet you.
Yeah.
Very exciting. And I know she watched both of you growing up, college and WNBA. So I know she's so excited to get to play against you.
Thank you. And I mean, realistically, we are not here without coaches like you. That's what it's all about. We're so grateful that you were able to be a part of her life and to impact her in a way where we can also share in her greatness. This is history for everyone, but this is also a night for you to celebrate.
Yes, absolutely. It takes a village. You are a part of her community, and we stand on the shoulders of those who come before us, and it takes a village. And so to be able to see everyone's story, we know what it's like. We lean on each other, but to have those relationships and who it matters the most.
God, you guys are amazing.
I know, we love I love y'all. Like, let me say something. I'm going to tell you about So Unfair. The fact that both of you are beautiful, like Miss Donna mentioned. Both of you are well-spoken. Both of you went #1 in the draft. You're athletic. Like, God just took you 1,000 times. Like, this is crazy.
Thank you. Thank you.
Okay, I think they're going back in because they want to see pick number 2.
Yeah.
I know it's all going to happen really, really
I'm so sorry. Oh, yeah. We might have to hop off in just a minute because, we got to see our girl Cam.
Yeah.
Oh, that's right.
Well, sorry, y'all. That's my projection.
No. We're
That's my projection.
So I'm glad that you said that. So before you jump, give us who
Okay.
you think the next 2 or 3 picks will be.
You said give us 2 what?
Your next 2. Who are the next 2 or 3 picks?
I've got Cam, then I've got
Cam's got going number
Camila,
2,
Cardoso, and then I've got wait, Cam
no,
2.
No, I think Rakia's gonna go 3, and then I think Camila's gonna go to LA.
I think 3 and 4 can split.
Yeah, it could be either one, but I want to give my hot take. I want Angel Reese from Chicago.
Yeah, I say
Yeah.
Really? Why?
That's why they did
Yeah.
the swap,
You
in
think
my
they-
opinion.
Yeah, I think that's why they did the swap. But we're about to hustle on you guys. Oh my God, we love you. Thank you.
All right. Have a great time. Oh my God.
Bye.
Bye. Are they not fabulous? Do we not just love them? Every time they are on, we have the best time with those sisters. I'm telling you, they are so, so, so amazing. All right, there is somebody else in the waiting room, and I want to bring them on stage. I love this person. She is absolutely the sweetest ever, you guys. Power forward for LA, drafted in 2018 by Atlanta. My girl Monique Billings is in the building. Hey, Mo. Uh-oh, we're gonna mute you. There it is. Uh-oh.
Okay, hi guys.
Hi, Ma. How
Y'all
are
are
you?
killing it up here. I'm so good. So good to see everybody. The draft, I'm like literally watching, just smiling ear to ear. So many memories from being at the draft. It's just a dope experience to watch.
So what was your draft experience like? Let's talk about that.
It's a blur. And if I could tell these young ladies anything, it would be just to enjoy these moments, because I don't remember anything. Like my family was there, Jordan Canada, my point guard from UCLA, like we were there together. It was fun, but like I just was so nervous and so like high strung, I wish I just enjoyed it more.
I want to ask Ashley and Mo this. Did you ever have a welcome to the league moment where it like all of a sudden hit you like, oh wow, I'm not in college anymore. Like these ladies are the real deal.
I had a positive welcome to the league moment. So it was with Diana Taurasi. This was like my 5th game, my rookie season. And this game, like I didn't play. Like I had been playing every game up until that game. This game didn't play. So I'm kind of hurt after the game, and we didn't win, so it sucked. So, we go to the high five line. I'm about to go back to the locker room, and DT comes up to me. She comes real close. She's like, hey, Mo, keep your head up. You're one of the most talented out here. Like, it's okay. Sometimes rookies don't play, and it's just like that. But, like, keep going. And I'm like, you know my name? Like, what? And, it tripped me out. So that was my welcome to the league moment, and it was really positive for me.
Oh, that is so cool. Ashley, what about you?
I've actually seen a lot of people's stories on like Twitter and stuff, and I was trying to think of one, and I'm like, I don't know if I ever had like a welcome to the league moment. Like my experience has been so great with the league. Every team I played on, like everyone was just always very welcome.
What would you say surprised you the most, Ashley? Like when you came to the league, like what was the biggest surprise for you?
I'd say just like the style of play, like just how quick it was. I think as I continued playing, it slowed down almost. Like you kind of get used to it. But every team I played on, like the players were great. You just felt like you were part of the family. And I mean, it's a sisterhood.
Yeah.
I think that starts from leadership. It's funny because as Ms. Donna's on here today, and you can just see, even though, she was president several years ago, you set the tone. People like you set the tone for there to be a positive environment, a welcoming environment, a loving environment, a sisterhood, like you said. That is so important. Leadership is so important in creating that culture. Ms. Donna, you've been giving everybody their flowers. We have to give you your flowers. Like you were
tonight is celebratory. It's so celebratory, right? We made it. I was there in a time where I was told that this league was not going to make it. That it's not going to happen. There's not going to be enough money to fund it. I mean, it was, at some point you just say, no. Like, failure is not an option. Success is the only way we're going to go. And we are going to make this league move forward. And, it takes time, more time than us impatient people like to think it does. Mm-hmm. But, we could take a deep breath, not to rest, but to give us more oxygen so we can pour in on top of this really great place that we just come to.
Right. No, that's really, really great. I love that. Let me ask you.
But I do have to tell again, every year there's always been players. Candace Parker was one of those players, right? Generational player. She's going to change the league. She's going to come in. Everybody's watching Candace. And I'll tell you what, the players in the league, they knew Candace was coming and they were waiting for her. And they were going to let her know that, you know, as great as you are, we're here. We've been doing this for a long time. And then the way she handled herself was beautiful, right? But that's just part of becoming, you know, you called a rookie for a reason, right? We're gonna teach you how you're supposed to see us. And remember, everybody underneath it, like this is why team sports are so beautiful, but also challenging. Everybody's vying for a job, right? Everybody's vying for a field. Let's remember that.
You're absolutely right. Pause just for a second, Miss Donna. You guys, that sounder means we have another pick in. And pick number 2 in the draft.
My new teammate.
There it is.
Ready to see who's gonna be my teammate.
Cameron Green, everybody. 6'4" center from Stanford, Naismith Defensive Player of the Year, averaging 17 points a game and 11 rebounds. Congratulations, and congratulations to you too, Mo, on your new team.
Let's go. That's fire. That's fire.
So how excited are you to have her? Was she one of your top picks?
Yeah, for sure. Watched her college career, obviously Pac-12 girlies. So just love seeing how she's thrived in college. Really excited just to play with her. She's a great player, dominant. Yeah, I'm excited. I have a little rookie now.
Oh my God.
Yes, she does. She's not that little, Mo. She's not that little.
I have a big rookie now, bigger than me. I have a big rookie now. You're absolutely right.
That is exciting. So what will that look like, you know, when she shows up for the first time? Is everybody like standing around welcoming, or is it just like, girl, you got to get in where you fit in? Come on, let's go.
A little bit of both. I mean, for me, usually like we'll have like team dinner. That's what teams usually do, like the night before camp. And then, yeah, you come into camp and it's like, as a vet, you got to hold your rookies down and just make sure that they know what's going on. If they have questions, that you're there for them, that you're supporting them. So, yeah. I'm a good vet. I had good vets, so I'm a good vet. I've heard horror stories about people who haven't had good vets in the past, but I always try to make sure I'm a good vet for sure.
Oh, look, I see Tiffany backstage. She's shaking her head like,
yeah. I already know Tiff was a great vet.
So, go ahead, Miss Donna, go ahead.
Well, you know, listen, I remember I watch every player. I feel for them. I want them to succeed, but there is a reality here. And this is why I'm talking about expansion and more seats on each team. Only 13 to 15 players actually made it in the last 2 drafts on a team. Yeah. Right? There's not enough place for these athletes to play. And we got to change that. We really, really, really do. There's too much talent here that to not be seen on an ongoing basis in a league that should be showcasing the best. So
expansion is near. I can feel it. I can smell it. It's on the way.
It is. I mean, for today, for the first time, I saw a little more outreaching perspective, maybe 4 more teams by 26 or 7, maybe something like that. It's not easy to bring on an expansion team, but we got to do it. And there's interest, and there's interest to do it. So it's great.
And so is that basically a financial thing? I mean, is that pretty?
Well, it's definitely a financial thing. You want to have the right operators. You want to have the right investors. The other thing is this: the cost to run this team is going to go up considerably, right? With all this money coming in. And I would say that it's not like all of these teams are rolling in the money. Like, to be real, these are hard businesses to run. There's excitement because finally, right? Companies are dedicating dollars to women's sports. They're dedicating money to women's basketball. And that is a game changer. Now, once you have money, I remember I negotiated $1 billion deal for men's professional golf. And my commissioner at the time said, Donna, once you have money, that's when the real problems start. I thought that was always an interesting comment. So let us have those big problems when the money starts to roll much bigger.
Yeah, we'll take those big problems. We'll take
Yeah.
challenges.
I am sure Monique will do that.
Yes.
I'm sure. And Ashley, right?
Yeah.
So at this point, can we say that women's college hoops has finally surpassed the men's game?
You can say that. You can say whatever you want, Jay. You're the host.
Oh my gosh, you are hilarious. I love you. You can say whatever you want. I did not say that, but you can.
I think the women's game, it's definitely holding its own. I love that we've come to a place where we're at the forefront of conversations, we're respected. So yeah, I think we're holding our own.
That's great. They're showing Teaspoon right now. How familiar are you guys with Teresa Weatherspoon? I think she's coaching Chicago, right?
Yeah, exactly.
So she played for the Liberty, and she's amazing. She's just
I
amazing.
love seeing players from the past coming back to coach. I was coached by Tanisha Wright.
Yes.
WNBA vet and also a great coach. Got to be coached by her for 2 years. So it's really awesome seeing these players who are legends come back and being able to coach. I think that's amazing.
Right. And that was also a sea change, right? When I was there, it was hard to make that happen. It was really pushback. And
Why?
We really encouraged it.
Why was there pushback?
Because how are you going to get these players just because they played, they didn't have any coaching experience? How can you get them coaching experience? We actually looked at creating a seat on the bench for players to train as coaches so they can then step in, which would be a great, transition. It's also great because it brings more women coaches to the game. And historically, there weren't as many as we thought there should be. And so there's a lot of goodness. I agree with you, Mo, on that one. Which team did she coach you on, Tanisha?
In Atlanta.
I was going to say Atlanta, right? I watched her play in Seattle. She actually was one of when I was there. She was my more star.
All right, everybody. Well, our third pick of the draft is in, and I don't think this is a surprise. Well, we were not sure about number 3 and number 4, but the third pick for Chicago is Camila Cardoso, everybody. That's right. 6'7" All-American center from South Carolina. As a matter of fact, we have a very special guest that is waiting backstage. She is the star guard for the national champions, South Carolina. Scored 14 points in the championship game, going 3 for 4 from the three-point line. She is Camila's teammate, y'all. Pow Pow's in the building. Singing the Pow Pow. What's up?
Hello.
Hey, girl.
Oh my gosh, this is like literally crazy.
It is. So how excited are you for Camila right now?
I'm so excited. I think I got a little emotional hearing her name be called out there because she's been through so much, and just seeing her get selected today, it warmed my heart a lot.
So awesome. We love that. So we got to talk about the championship run. Before we do, Ashley, really quick, don't hang up. Ashley and Kristen, we're going to rotate one of the players in really fast. So we're just going to sit you backstage just for a second because we have to bring in another one of our superstars, too, from South Carolina. She was the guard on the 2022 national championship team. We got Destiny Littleton in the building. What's up, Destiny? Oh, there she is. Oh, my goodness. All right. All the feels, Destiny. How are you feeling right now? They just called Camila's name.
Yeah, honestly, like just being able to be her teammate and see this go through. There were times when, when you're a transfer, it's hard. So there was times when, we saw her struggle, and just to see her like shine in the brightest of moments and, become the player that she has become and will continue to become it gave me chills. I knew she was going to get called, and just to see it actually happen, I'm just really, really happy for her.
That is so awesome. Oh my gosh. So we got to talk about her leadership on the team as well. Leadership was incredible. Tell us, what type of player was she on and off the court?
Papa, go ahead.
On the court, she was very vocal, especially this year going into, she's grown a lot throughout the season, and she was very vocal towards the end. Obviously, she was very dominant and just like, a killer mentality. And off the court, she's just really happy. She smiles all the time. She jokes a lot with us, and she's also very sarcastic. So she's just really cool off the court. I love her.
Okay. All right. That's what's up. We love that. We love a good personality, don't we?
Yes, we do.
She's growing out of her shell now, so it's very fun to see on camera.
So let's talk about it. You guys had a perfect season, Pow Pow. There were comments. A lot of people were saying that possibly it was overshadowed by Caitlin Clark's superstardom. Did you all feel like that as you know, having that perfect season? Like maybe you didn't get the credit that you wanted or needed or deserved?
We did feel some type of way about that, but at the same time, we were just worried about winning and getting the national championship. And at the end of the day, we did get that. And we didn't really pay attention to the outside noise and media people because it was a journey within ourselves, within our team. So we really kept it within our team, and we weren't really worried about what the media, the news was saying. But it would help a lot if they did, you know, focus a little more on us. But it's okay because we won the national championship.
Very good. We love it. So let's talk about it. How did you keep your composure during that finals game? Because Iowa was off to a hot start, you know?
Yeah, no, I think it was a little nerve-wracking for all of us. It was a little bit of first-time experience for everyone on the team, and it took a while for the and everything else.
Okay, hold on. Hold your thought. You know, when we hear farm sounder, you know what that means, you guys. We have another pick that's in. Number 4, Rakia Jackson going to LA. That's what's up. 6'2" All-American forward from Tennessee, averaging 20 points per game, 8.2 rebounds, 2.3 assists. And we are excited for her. We love it.
Another teammate.
That's
I got
awesome.
another rookie.
Yes, Mo, you got another rookie, girl. You got a lot of welcoming to do.
I know, right?
Yeah, for sure. That's awesome.
Hey, Jade, can I ask Destiny and Papa a question?
Yeah.
I know Dawn a really long time. I know Dawn from her playing days. So I love watching her. And just tell me, what makes her a great coach for you?
I could go first. For me, so I played under her for 3 years. And honestly, she just is cutthroat and she's 100 about everything. And I think truly, I really think that separates her like tenfold because she doesn't sugarcoat anything. And she does a really good balance of, you know, being your coach, being tough on you, and also being, you know, this motherly figure that you can go to about anything. And so that's who she is. Like, she doesn't put on a fake it for the camera. She doesn't, you know, lie to you about anything. Like, she is going to give it to you 100%. If you're doing great, she's still going to find something to push you a little harder. If you're not doing as hard as, you know, she thinks you could do, she's going to tell you, you know, you're always going to know what page, you know, she wants you on, and there's never going to be any type of miscommunication. And still to this day, like, I love her. You know, we talk, you know, every now and then, and just to see it continue, just to see, you know, I was really happy when, you know, Pow decided to go there, because I told her, I said, look, this is exactly what it's going to be, but I truly believe, like, you're built for this. So please go there.
Yeah, that's literally what she said. Like, I literally hit her up about it. Like, she's just super genuine about everything. She's very intentional with how she coaches and how she, you know, interacts with people. And I just don't understand all the hate that she gets, but hey.
I can't imagine. I can't imagine her getting hate. She's the most loving person. Yeah. Her whole inner being is filled with love and compassion and about making the world a better place and making all of her athletes better athletes. Like, honestly, that's the woman I know. She made me better every time I talked to her. She used to call me boss. Hey, boss, how you doing? Now she's your boss. But I'm intrigued because today a lot of athletes will shy away from coaches who tell them the truth. They'll want to go to some place who will tell them what they want to hear. And the fact that you guys are just going to be, you're just ahead of the game in life by having that experience. So congratulations to you.
Yes.
Yeah, it's not easy to go to a place where you're not guaranteed to start, you're not guaranteed minutes, you know, you're not guaranteed all these things. So it's the road less traveled. But if you're, you know, able to sustain that mentally and physically, you're going to be 10 times better on the outside.
Totally. That's exactly right. So great for you.
That's amazing. I mean, it sounds like not only is she making you guys great players, but just great women in life in general. And that's what you want, to surround yourself around people who challenge you, like, as a whole, right? That's incredible. And we can see it. I mean, How about you said you don't know why people hate on her, but you know what? You'd be really surprised. People are not huge fans of leadership and people that are very comfortable in their own skin oftentimes. Right?
I can understand that, but it makes me want to send her a love letter after this. So I'm going
I
to do that.
know.
Thank you, Destiny and Papa. I'm going to definitely do that. Remind her how much she's loved, and I'm sure she's surrounded by a lot of love. But she's extraordinary of what she's accomplished and how she's gone about her whole career. I mean, think about it. She's led Olympic teams, she's led her collegiate teams, and she's tiny, right? She's tiny. She's got these little legs, but damn, she makes it happen, right?
Okay, you got to tell me. I've never met her in person. So how tiny is she?
Oh, she's tiny.
She's small.
Yeah.
Really?
But she's enormous, right? She's a gigantic tiny person.
Yeah,
Small but a big heart.
Huge heart.
That's awesome. That is awesome. Okay, so Destiny, I want to ask you really quick, how was the food in Germany? And the reason why I'm asking you this, I saw an interview. So, it's funny, interviewers, we love to get all deep and they're like, what are you most worried about going overseas? And she really thought you were going to give this deep answer about, your family. And you were like, I'm worried about the food because I went to China. I did not like the food. So I need to know, how is the food in Germany?
So German food, I'm not a big fan of, just because they eat a lot of mixed food, like mixed meats together. Okay. And I'm not a big fan of that. So I cooked all of my meals. So I really didn't have a problem with the food. And honestly, I feel like Germany is American friendly. You can go there and you find restaurants all over the place. You could go get a burger, Mexican food. And now it's not going to be the exact same as America, but it's similar, very similar. So honestly, the one thing I was really worried about didn't affect me at all.
Okay, good.
So I'm going to say thank you to all of you. Jade, you are a joy.
Oh my gosh,
I love watching you both play. Honestly, I've watched you both. It's a joy for me to sit here with you. I'm going to leave you now and get to listen to some of the interviews that are being done on ESPN and kind of like there's a word that we have like fell, which take pride in all that's going on. So is that okay? I'm going to say thank you so much.
Ms. Donna, your energy is magnetic. Like you are incredible.
Absolutely.
Just keep being a girl's girl. You are such
it's in my bones. It's in my being. I love this. I love it. It's who I am too. I just did it a little earlier than you did. That's all.
Awesome. Thank you so much for hanging with us. We really appreciate it. What an honor. Man, she's incredible. We love that. Okay, so Pow Pow, I have to bring up your dance moves. So I was stalking both of you guys on Instagram. Let me just at your parade, Pow Pow, you had all the moves going. Yes, indeed.
Girl, I be moving like that. I be asking my teammates if I invited to the cookout.
Of course. I love that. And so make sure you also follow these ladies on Instagram. Destiny, if you guys haven't gotten a chance to check out Destiny's Instagram, her highlight reel from Germany, girl, just cold for no reason. Just like it's nothing, effortless. So, keep doing your thing. You know what I mean?
Absolutely.
So, Destiny, we know you play with Tahina, and while she's not in this year's draft, we do believe that she will be in the draft soon. I think sometimes it's important for us to remind our sisters how great they are. What's so special about Pow Pow and her game and who she is just as a person?
Yeah, so just to be clear, we never played with each other. We were actually rivals in
Pause just a second. Sorry, that's our sounder. That means that there is another pick in. We're going to get right back to your answer, okay? In just a second, Destiny. Pick number 5, everybody. JC Sheldon. Wow. Okay. JC Sheldon is going to be going to the Dallas Wings. 5'10" All-American guard from Ohio State, averaging 17.8 points per game, 3.8 assists. Congratulations to JC Sheldon. All right. That's your former team, Tiffany. So what is it going to be like when she makes it to the Big D? I'm in Dallas right now too, by the way. Uh-oh, you're muted.
No, I think it's going to be good. I think she's a great guard, and I think that they're going to definitely put some pieces. They have some pieces already that they're trying to kind of work around and see how it's going to work. But that's big. That's a big draft right there. I'm interested to see how she fits in with that whole team this year. So I'm excited to see that.
Nice. Okay, nice. Okay, so Destiny, we're gonna get back to your, giving Pow Pow her flowers. If you're okay. And I love the fact that you were the one that encouraged her and told her, like, this is the move for you. Like, this is where you need to go. Because we need a village, right? We need the village. And you were part of that village at that time.
Yeah, no. So just to be clear, we never played with each other. We were actually rivals.
Okay.
So yeah,
I meant to say played against. I'm sorry.
No, you're good. But yeah, like the rival that we had was really big. It was big at that time, and I remember her. She had just had surgery. She was coming off, and she really wanted to play in the game against us. And she came out there, and I was just like, man, like she's a competitor, and just to see like she didn't care. Like she really wanted to come out and play, against us. And just to see her kind of grow, from Oregon to now South Carolina, her game has only gotten better. She's able to flourish now, at South Carolina. I think, when she was at Oregon, she never really, got to get, her bag out. And now I feel like she's just loose. She's free. And honestly, being a point guard under Coach Staley is hard, and she's handled it like better than anyone could possibly, handle it, especially only being there for 1 year. So I can definitely see her, being a first round pick, just a competitive drive, her defense, and of course her jump shot, like that's second to none. I think she led the NCAA. So I'm just trying to be like her, just trying to get my percentage up. But no, seriously though, just seeing her from high school and now, shine on the biggest light, is I'm proud, even though we were rivals, like I said to someone earlier, women's basketball is really a close-knit circle. You know pretty much everyone. You may not be best friends, but you follow each other, you keep up with each other. And sometimes I forget about that because I'm all the way overseas and I'm trying to make my way to the league. But it's always you get humbled and you realize that the connections are forever going to be there. So I was really, really excited for Pow Pow, and she decided to go to South Carolina. I was one of the ones like, oh, this is a no-brainer choice for me. But obviously, she needed to make the decision for herself, and just excited that it turned out the way it did.
Absolutely. Well, kudos to you. I love that. Like, obviously, this is a sisterhood that will last forever. And Destiny, we are speaking it. We will see you in the league. Like, there's nothing. There's no question about it. We're going to see you there. I gotta welcome somebody else that just hopped on, a superstar as well, from LSU, point guard, SEC Freshman of the Year. Whoop whoop. Teammate of Angel Reed.
Hey.
Caleb.
Hey, how are you? Thank you for having me.
Absolutely. Okay, pause just for a second, Michaela, because whenever we hear that State Farm touted, that means there's another draft pick. So you guys, number 6 pick went to Aaliyah Edwards. That's right. Power forward from UConn, 6'3" All-American, averaging 17.6 points per game, 9.2 rebounds, 1 block a game. Congratulations to Aaliyah. I love all the girls cheering for her. Yes, that's what's up. That's what's up. We love to see it. So, Michaela, we appreciate you jumping on. You got a teammate that's probably going to be getting picked here pretty soon.
Yes, ma'am.
Tell us how you feeling.
I'm excited, just being Angel's teammate and seeing her live out her dream in the WNBA draft. I'm excited to see her name get called and see her pursue her dreams.
So are you guys sending text messages before and just being like, good luck, girl? Like, how does that work? Are you like, let me not bother her. She's with her family. She's probably nervous.
I sent her a text before she left, but right now I just left her alone. This is her big moment, so I want her to completely enjoy it.
So let's talk about the season this year and what it was like actually playing alongside Angel. She got a lot of people were calling her name this year, good and bad. Again, we were talking about this earlier. Sometimes the world hates leaders, right? So what is it like being her teammate?
Right. I mean, from the outside looking in, it might look really bad, but like it seems to never get to her when we're like together and in the locker room, like not a lot gets to Angel. So I just applaud her for being like that strong individual, and she's like that all the time. So that's something I definitely can look up to and want to strive for as I go along in my basketball career.
I love that. And then Pow Pow, you played against her. So let's talk about how competitive, you know, playing against these folks are. Look, we got to give credit where credit is due. Pow Pow's looking like, why are you going to push me there?
I had a feeling it was going to be asked, but they're just a competitive team. You know, Angel brings that out of them, and you know they're a really good team. We played them twice, and they've brought us different looks both games, and it was really fun, competitive environment, and people tuned into those type of games. So we were just really, you know, grateful to, you know, bring more viewership into the game, and we just got to keep continuing doing that.
Obviously, everybody in y'all's division is super competitive, right? But are there certain teams outside of just your normal rival that, you know, before the game, you're like, all right, y'all, we really have to have our head on straight?
I think you just have to go. It's the SEC. I feel like you have to go into every game like, all right, we have to, because at any given night, some team can have their best game, and then we end up being down. So just you have to bring it every night for real in SEC.
Okay. How you would agree with that?
Absolutely. There's like no team where you'd be like, oh, okay, easy dub. No, not that. Not in the SEC.
No, for sure. And so speaking of the SEC, Destiny, this year when you're watching, you know, Carolina have this perfect season, what is that like watching from afar? You know, did you ever feel like, dang, I feel like I'm on the bench. I already know what they're saying. I already know what call, you know, how was that?
It was definitely fun. You know, just seeing, I'm obviously still involved in the game, and you know, watch women's sports all the time. So, you know, every game I would be up. If it was at 3 o'clock in the morning, 4 o'clock in the morning, I'd watch, because, you know, South Carolina really plays nice basketball. Like, it's fun to watch. They play it the right way. And if you don't play it the right way, you're going to be on the bench. So, you know, you could always expect the game being played the right way. And it's fun. Like, you know, it's fun to see the players, you know, express themselves on the court, you know, something that coach talked about that she's still getting used to, you know, letting her players be free a little bit in that way. But, you know, a couple heart attacks here and there. I'm like, come on, like, what are you guys doing? What are you guys doing? Come on now. So definitely, you know, just exciting to see them, you know, go undefeated, because it hasn't happened, I think, since UConn. So it's definitely time for, you know, just a new name to be in the mix with that.
Nice. So, Michaela, again, I want to congratulate you, SEC Freshman of the Year. Those are some pretty big shoes that you filled. You balled out this year. There's a lot of pressure that comes with that, though, right?
Yes, ma'am, a little bit.
And tell me about that. In what way?
Pressure as far as like, me personally, I don't think I really felt any pressure, because as soon as I stepped foot on campus, like, my teammates and my coaches, they instilled that confidence in me to want to play and play how I play and just go out there and be great. So I just came in there ready to play basketball and have fun.
Okay, well, we love it. Oh, singing it well, like a good neighbor. State Farm is there. All right, y'all. You already know what it is. They call the name. Going number 7 for the draft. Angel Reese. Wow. Heading to Chicago, everybody. 6'3" power forward from LSU, All-American, SEC Player of the Year, rebounding powerhouse, averaging 13 rebounds per game. All right, Michaela, I'm going to throw this one to you. Your girl got picked. Okay, we love it.
Yes. I'm excited for her. You know, everybody was hating. It was a lot of hate. It was everything, not a lot of love, I'll say that. So just to see her prove everybody wrong and just live out her dream is a good feeling as her teammate.
That's what's up. So it's funny that you do mention that. I mean, and maybe all of the players can speak on this. We see things from our side, right? We're fans, we're spectators. We see all this stuff in the news. How do you silence the noise? Because now we have social media, and every time you turn around, you know, one of your names could be mentioned. You know how Yeah, well, y'all know how Instagram can be. So what does your coach tell you about silencing the noise? I'll start with you, Michaela, then I'll go to you, Pow Pow.
Right. I think you just have to go out there and hoop. You know what I mean? Just play basketball. Whoever, they don't know what they're talking about. We've been playing basketball all our lives, and these people that sitting on their couch and just watching. You know what I mean? We just got to go out there and hoop. You got to have like Angel and Anissa having 20 double-doubles, like South Carolina going undefeated. You got to do stuff like that so you can make people be quiet. You have to prove yourself and just go out there and play basketball and hoop.
Look, I'm gonna tell you what I love what you just said. It's like y'all can't even play. People like me talking all this trash. You can't even play, Jade. Like, what's really done? Okay, Tata, how do you silence the noise? And we're gonna go to a fan question.
I just delete social media, honestly. Sometimes it's just good for the brain, and find something that you enjoy doing. And sometimes I do be scrolling. It's kind of hard not to do it, but just sometimes you got to turn off the social media and just be in the moment, enjoy the moment, and just enjoy life.
Yeah, no, that's great. That's actually a great tactic. I have to do that sometimes too. And you gotta be able to hear yourself, right? Listen to yourself and know when you're getting bothered. And when you feel like you have time today, yeah, you need to go ahead and turn it off. All right, we do have a fan that we're gonna bring her on stage. Hi, Miss Cat. How are you? There we go.
You're muted.
Yep, you're muted.
Muted.
We're gonna find a mute button. It's okay. There we go.
Look at God. Hi, ladies. Destiny, it was me who said that you should try schnitzel. I'm German. I've been to Germany a million times, and I love schnitzel. It took me a long time to get excited about German food, though. I won't lie.
Okay, wait, before you ask your question, what is schnitzel?
Schnitzel, it's like breaded chicken, right? Like, it's super good. I swear to God, it sounds really basic, but it's super good. I eat it with like spätzle, which is like pasta with cheese. Very good. I'll tweet you some recipes that are actually quite good. Also, funny enough, Jade, I was literally going to ask a question about social media, so I pivoted.
Okay.
But I wanted to know who y'all's favorite players to watch in the WNBA are right now.
Well, I have a favorite team. I like to watch the Las Vegas Aces. I love every single one of their players on that team. I'm a big Chelsea Gray fan. Obviously, Kelsey Plum, San Diego hometown. There is a couple more, but I enjoy watching the Aces. They just play basketball the right way.
I gotta say Arike Ogunbowale. I just like how she moves with the ball, and I just like how it looks when the ball's in her hands.
What about you, Destiny?
I would definitely agree. The Aces, I love their entire roster. But I would have to say Jewel Lloyd. I absolutely love the way she can hoop. So that would probably be my number one, like, go-to to watch. But the WNBA is so fire right now. Like, there's not one player that you would go wrong with, having at the top of your list.
There you go. Well, Kat, thanks so much for hanging with us. We really appreciate it.
Thank you
for your questions. We appreciate you. Okay, so really quick, I'm going to take a pause really fast because, ladies, Tiffany actually won a championship back in 2014. She was a guard for New York and for Dallas. So first, Tiffany, I want you to give them advice about what it's going to take to get to that next level, right? And they're balling right now, doing really, really great, but just encourage them. And then I would also encourage you ladies to ask Tiffany a question because she has literally been where you all are trying to go, right? We have to take advantage of these opportunities. So Tiffany, for these young ladies who are doing their thing, they are killing it. They are on the trajectory to being able to live out their dreams. What would you say to them?
Yeah, so I won my championship with Phoenix my rookie year in 2014. So I got to play under like Donna Taurasi, DeRonna Bonner, Brittany, with all of them. So I think the way you guys are going right now is good. I think you guys have a good head on your shoulders. Papa, I know you said like sometimes I just delete social media. It's really about staying true to you and having a good foundation. You guys already have great work ethic. You know what it takes. You're champions already. And so you guys just have to really tweak that. Once you get to the next level, everyone is bigger, faster, stronger. So it's making the best, like being the best to you, and just truly like going hard at it. Consistency is and being coachable is the two biggest things to transition into that next level. So that would be the advice that I give y'all. And like we just talked about, I think that social media thing. Don't let this outside noise get in the way of everything, because at the end of the day, like once you get to the professional, everybody has been a champion, everyone has all these accolades, but it like starts back over, just like you guys know. So you're going to be coming in with women that have played 10 plus years, like Donna Taurasi. That's like, I don't care what you've done at the college level. It's now for you to show up and truly just be who you call to be, or be who you call to be, because you guys have worked so hard to be there. So that's the advice I'd give y'all for that next level, is to be coachable and adaptable, because that next level, I'm telling y'all, it's serious. Like that IQ goes up. The way you learn has to be fast and quick, and just being able to be super physical in the league, because these are grown women, okay? You guys are going to come in, and it's going to be like 26, 27, 30. Like, you're going to be like, they've been playing for some years, okay? So that's the advice I would give y'all.
All right, nice. Well, we're going to pause just for a second. Ladies, a question that you may want to ask Tiffany. Yep. Number 8, y'all. Are you surprised? Y'all give it up. Alyssa. Oh, golly. Say her last name for me.
Healy.
Healy. Healy. I'm like, I just went blank. Oh my God. 6'2" forward from Utah, all Pac-12, 21.4 points per game, shot 40% from the 3-point range. Woo! Man, that is insane. Yes, that girl is like, she is a ball. I love watching her play. I'm not even gonna.
Absolutely.
She's exciting to watch play. Okay, so Destiny, I heard you when you said, you was like, okay, I see it. So let's talk about it.
Yeah, like I'm not surprised because I've watched her, but I feel like the media tends to give their attention to certain people, certain picks and stuff. And I feel like she didn't get a lot of love in that manner. So to see her go this high, like, I'm happy for her, because I think she deserves it. And I think she's skilled enough. I think, she's played against some of the, bigger bigs who have more media attention, and she's proven herself. So she definitely deserves this, limelight.
Okay, nice. Yes, we are excited. Okay, yes. And she looks so bomb. I'm loving. I'm not gonna lie. I'm loving watching these looks. So, ladies, y'all better get ready, because you're gonna be drafted one day. You're gonna go to the league. You gotta start now getting your looks together. Okay? This is something that you plan way far in advance. All right. So, do any of you ladies have any questions for Tiffany about the league, about what to expect? Because again, and Destiny, this is for you too. I know you're over in Germany, but you are gonna go to the league. So we're believing for that. Everybody's path doesn't look like everybody else's. You don't have to go to the draft in order for that to happen, right? So anything that you would be interested in knowing about going to that next level?
Yeah, definitely. I think the biggest thing the first step you got to go through is training camp. So like, what would, your advice be? Just prepping for it, mindset, mentality, what it's like, what is it? Like, what is a training camp like in the WNBA? And obviously, I've talked to some current players. It varies depending on what program you're in, but just like the general, like, hey, like going with this mindset, X, Y, and Z type of thing.
Yeah. No, I think you have it spot on. It really depends what organization you go to. My rookie, it was very like chill. I had a lot of vets on it, so it wasn't a lot of strenuous. It was more like IQ and making sure you're getting the emotions down. But you can go to somewhere where I went to Dallas, and we were running like crazy, like get on the line, like all the time. But that mindset you have to have is truly like, I know you guys all know this, but you have to have a dog mentality. And I think you guys heard it earlier. There's only really 2 to 3 spots to make on every roster, because pretty much every roster is set. And so you're really battling with about 15 other girls trying to make 3 spots, and you're kind of starting to look around. That's the worst thing to do. Don't look around. Like, all you do is show up every day and do your job, and you'll be seen. I think the biggest thing is like when you start to look around like, dang, am I about to cut? Oh, shoot, I messed up, or I made a mistake. Like, don't even think like that. Just the next play, next play, next play. And that's the biggest thing I would tell people to get through training camp is next day, make sure you get in the cold tub, take care of your body. It's just another step because there's always Donna Chauncey told me this one thing when I was a rookie in my first year, and she was saying, hey, even if you don't make a team, it's always a tryout for another team. So another team will see you. So once you get the preseason and you're playing, like, other people are seeing you play. So always giving it your all through training camp, being coachable, being a good teammate, because coaches talk. The league is small. We always say, like, we're a small community. And so if they know you're a good player, you're a good teammate, that will travel fast as well. So training camp, it's hard. I'm not going to lie. Like, it's a stressful time. But if you know you coming in and you know your game and you're a dog, like, it's no doubt you're going to make it. So I'm going to speak that for you, Destiny. You're going to be there. Not everyone's journey is not the same. So I'm telling you, I know a lot of people that has been out and that's in. I don't know if you guys know Sydney Colson. She was out of the league.
Just a second before you go to there. Pause for a second. I gotta announce the next pick. Pick number 9 is in, everybody. Let's see. Was it? I missed it up there. It was a Carla Late, everybody. Carla Late from France. Yep. Carla Late from France got pick number 9. Okay, finish what you were saying. I just had to announce that pick. Okay, yes.
No, you're good. You're good. So no, I was just saying, like, you just have to go in there and do you, because Sydney Colson, she was out the league and back in. I've been out the league and back in. So it's just about that work ethic and that motor. If you want it, you're going to get it. The teams are going to see it. The GMs are going to see it. So it's just that continuous work. And you'll be there. I promise you. People are going to sleep. They're sleeping on you, and you're going to be there sooner than later. So I believe.
Thank you. Just one short follow-up to that. So, like, when you get that opportunity, do the coaches tell you, like, hey, we want to see you shoot the 3, we want to see you drive? Like, do they tell you kind of what they're bringing you in for, or do you just kind of have to go based off of how you feel your strengths are in your game?
It really depends, the organization. There is coaches that's going to help you, like, hey, make sure you shoot that shot, make sure you're in the corner, make sure you knock it down. Or there's going to be times where it's like they know what you can do and they're going to bring you in if you don't do what you do, and they're going to shift you right back out. So it really depends the communication of the coaching style. And so your agent, that's why it's so important to have a great agent that can have a mouthpiece for you and know your game and kind of tell you, like, hey, they're bringing you in to do X, Y, Z. Make sure you do this. Make sure you rebound. So having that communication and making sure you know is not, you can ask a coach. Like, don't feel afraid, like, I can't say anything, I'm going to come in there. Like, no, if you're like, hey, coach, like, you want me to go do X, Y, Z. Oh, that's the sound.
All right, just a second. We have another one. Let's see, who do we have? This is pick number 10, everybody.
I don't know.
Oh, overseas.
Yeah, 2 France picks back to back.
Okay,
Wow.
stepping up the last 2 picks. All right, this is interesting.
That is.
From France,
Wow.
11, you guys. All right. Okay, I don't think a lot of people were expecting this, but this is good. This is really, really great. We're still waiting on there's a couple other people that I know that people were predicting that would be picked top 10. That's all right. We're still waiting. There's still time. Definitely still time. Go ahead, Tiffany. You can finish what you were saying really fast, and then I'm gonna switch you out for Mo, and I'm gonna let the girls ask Mo a question really fast. I know they've been wanting to talk to her as well. So go ahead and finish what you were saying. We have our first 10 picks in already. So go ahead.
Ooh, no, and I hope you got something from that. But really, just be open and communicate with coaches. Don't feel afraid to not say what you want to say. In respect of Mayor, like, hey, coach, I just want to know what you want from me, what you're expecting from me. And most of the time, coaches will tell you. So if you don't know and you're feeling that vibe, like, I don't know what they want from me, just go ahead and ask. Don't be the shy one and be like, dang, I'm just gonna keep doing it. No, you'll know. So go ahead and ask them. Just don't be afraid to open your mouth. That's the biggest thing I'd say.
That's good.
Thank you.
Kayla or Pow, do you have any questions? We also have Mo back on. You know, she plays for LA right now. And so, Mo, please feel free to chime in as well. Uh-oh, you're muted. Just a second. Hold on.
I said Tiff was dropping gems. I hope y'all were taking notes. Yeah, that's
Thanks, Mo.
Yeah, of course.
I think I have a question. I think my question is, like, what's that mindset change that y'all needed in order to go from college to the WNBA?
Yeah, so one of my vets at the time, when I was a rookie, gave me really good advice, just to be a specialist at one thing. Do something really well every single day that your team can rely on. So if you got a clip, you're a great shooter, like, that's what you need to bring every single day. If you got a motor, that's me. Like, that's what you need to bring. The team can rely on that. So if your shot is off, or if you're just, I don't know, you're not your best self, like, the team can rely on whatever it is that you bring, that specialty aspect. Like the league is full of specialists. And so that's what I've learned throughout my journey. And so, yeah, when you guys become rookies, I would say that's the biggest thing that I would encourage you to focus on.
Yeah, I also had a question. So Tiffany talked about playing against grown women after getting out of college. What are some things that like could prepare, you know, us, you know, college players, sorry, Destiny, to, to get into that transition into playing into grown women after playing college ball?
Yeah, I mean, don't overthink it. Like, first of all, when you make it to the league, you're there for a reason. Like, the team believed in you, they drafted you, like, show why. And I mean, for me, weight room, like get in the weight room. I think that's a big thing, injury prevention, all that stuff. But it just comes with time. Like, I think I overthought my rookie year a little bit when I came in. And then once you get into a flow, you're like, oh, I can hang a little bit. Like, oh, coach is giving me some more minutes. Like, you start getting into a good flow. So I would just say don't overthink it, but just keep working your ass off on and off the court.
That's good. I really love this. I think everything that you guys are saying is so interesting because it's actually transferable skills, right? You guys are saying it as far as being on the court, but no matter what happens in life, let's just say whenever basketball careers are over, these are skill sets that you can take, just that mindset of being able to be tenacious and get to it no matter what. Life doesn't always go the way that we want it to. And so you got to be willing to pivot. You know, I just came out of a 21-year career in radio and I had to pivot. You get what I'm saying? Like, what am I going to do? Stay at home and not pay my bills? No, you figure out a way and you go learn a new skill set and you become, I'm the rookie now. You know, I'm in real estate investing. I am a rookie now in where I am. So everything that they're telling you, I'm telling you right now, all of you guys are going to be uber successful. Sometimes you just know when people have it, and all three of you actually have it. Obviously, you're really great ball players, but you have it outside of the basketball court too. You know what I mean? You speak well. Those are transferable skills. Earlier today, we had Shanae and Neko on, who are beasts in the league, right? But they also are commentators. There are so many different things that you can stretch your career out in so many different ways just because you do ask questions, because you do want it. You are hungry. You do speak well. You do carry yourself a certain way. So y'all got it. Like y'all gonna be all right. Y'all gonna be all right.
I want to piggyback off of what you just said too, Jade. Like asking questions, that's huge. So I mentioned earlier, I had really great vets. Like Angel McCautry was my vet. I clinged to Angel because she's doing all the things that I wanted to do. I'm like, you own a house, you're popping off the court, you're doing all this stuff. Like I want to get to that point and do all that. And now I'm able to do that. So it's like, hopefully I can put my rookies on game. You know, that's always the goal. But yeah, when you're a rookie, like ask questions. Don't come in thinking you know everything. Be super open, be humble. And most of the time your vets are going to take you under their wing for sure.
Yeah, that's good. All right. Well, real quick, while we're waiting on our next pick. All right, y'all. Pick number 11, I believe. Uh-oh, y'all. Pick number 11. Marquisha Davis, everybody. Congratulations from Ole Miss. 6 foot Marquisha Davis. Pick number 10. That is awesome. Dress is looking lovely, and she is short. Yeah.
That's dope. I know it's live in there because they're in New York, so I know the energy is probably
what? You already know it's crazy.
Crazy.
You already know. It's so crazy. All right. I want to remind everybody that State Farm is proud to cover greatness. With over 19,000 agents, State Farm provides support every step of the way. Let's do a giveaway really fast. We have a State Farm swag pack giveaway that we want to give away. So make sure you check the bottom left of your screen. You'll see a countdown clock. About a minute or so, you'll be able to enter to win. All right. You'll be able to enter to win for another swag pack, courtesy of State Farm. Matter of fact, while we're waiting for our winner to be selected, you can look in at the graphic on the top right of your screen above the chat, because we're going to be giving away in that swag pack a ceramic campfire mug, a shopper tote bag, a 20-ounce tumbler that will keep your beverages hot for 8 hours and cold for up to 24 hours. Thank you so much again to State Farm for making tonight happen and for providing us with some incredible swag for our giveaway as well. So while we're waiting on that to be while we're waiting on the to find out who our winner is going to be, I got to ask all you ladies. You're ballers on the court, but this life is about legacy. Okay, this is going to be kind of a difficult question. So what do you want your legacy to be on the court and off the court? You know what, Destiny, I'll start with you.
Put me on the hot seat.
I'm like the school teacher. It was like, please don't pick me.
No, honestly, this is a pretty easy question for me. Just kind of, being the person I am and having gone through the obstacles that I've gone through, just, kind of being that person. I know a lot of people say, but, that people can say this is a realistic path that I can take, just regardless of the childhood traumas, regardless of all the, hurdles that, I had to jump over. And then, making it out to my goals, to the WNBA, to playing professionally, to then, after ball ends, just being successful in life. So just kind of leaving that track record. And, I'm a really big person on relationships, and, I hold my relationships really, really deep to my heart. So, I'm always trying to find the next person I can connect with or the next person I can talk to. So that's kind of, what I would like my legacy to be. When my time comes to an end, they'll say, she definitely left her mark, and, all of these people, are able to follow in her footsteps.
Awesome. All right, Pow Pow.
Yeah, the legacy I want to leave on the court is just being a great teammate, someone who always had their back on the court, and just, always being there for them on the court, and then off the court, just leaving a legacy where everyone's known me as to be respectful, family oriented, and just someone who glorified God using her platform, because he's brought me through so much on my journey and through obstacles, my ups and downs, as Destiny said, that God was there constantly. And I just want to, glorify him and use my platform to keep doing that and just keep spreading the word.
Thank you. That was awesome too. All right, Michaela.
I think on the court, just being a hard worker and being great, but I think just being an even better person off the court. I come from a little town, so for me, it's just showing all those girls from the little towns that it's possible to be on this big stage and to even go to the next level and just be great at what you do.
Oh my gosh, I love y'all. I'm not even gonna lie. Like, I really love y'all. Y'all are something special. Seriously. I think Monique and Tiffany, you guys can agree with me. These families are super special, right?
Wise beyond their years. I'm really, really impressed. Like, y'all humble, good hearts, good heads on your shoulders. Like, keep up the good work, y'all.
Absolutely. All right. Well, I gotta say. Oh, go ahead, Tiffany.
No, I was saying I second Monique. Yes, you guys are amazing.
Absolutely. Well, I gotta say congratulations to Club 30. Club 30 is the winner of our State Farm swag pack. We're gonna email and ship you your gear. So congratulations. Like I said, I'm representing today my little State Farm swag. Get my little Inner Jake on, okay? I want to tell everybody thank you so much. This has been an amazing hang. Shouts out again to State Farm for making this happen today. For decades, State Farm has been a major player in women's sports. And we love that they're bringing the opportunity for fans to hang with these amazing ladies and have this experience today. So thank you, thank you, thank you. I also want to say, if you had fun hanging tonight, make sure you join us for more events. Go to let'shang.live, or you can follow us on social media to stay in the loop on upcoming events. I'm going to let you guys enjoy the rest of the draft. But until next time, don't forget about us, y'all, because we're going to follow y'all on Instagram.
Right. We'll be watching.
Yeah, we'll be like, hey, don't forget, remember we were hanging together that day.
And Jade, shout out to you. Like, always just host, phenomenal host, killing it. We feel your energy, you're radiating. Like, keep up the good work, sis.
Don't hype me up.
Yeah. No, I gotta hype you up. I gotta hype you up. You know my guys.
Thank y'all. I love you, ladies. Thanks for hanging. You guys are
Thank y'all.
All right.
Bye, y'all.